Japan, center of Aichi prefecture, Nagoya city. It is here that the world's most important automobile company, Toyota. I suggest you dive into history and see exactly where and how it all began. Enjoy watching, let's go! Now I am in Nagoya city, and behind me is the first Toyota factory. It was here that Toyota himself, that was the name of the company's founder, opened his first factory. Now we will go inside and see what's interesting here. Surprisingly, there are almost no cars of this brand in the Toyota parking lot. There's an old building inside, it's over there. Everything else is done in antique style. This is the coolest museum in Japan. Around me there is a huge amount of sewing equipment and weaving machines. And I'm not in a textile museum, I'm at the Toyota museum. It tells the whole story of the company, how they started from the manufacturing looms and fabrics and then grew into automobile manufacturing. Now we are in the first part of the museum. It is simply gigantic. You can see its dimensions. The museum is located on the site of the very first Toyota production site. That is, right here under my feet, the story of this company began. The main building of the museum itself is antique. It is not original. From the original, only the foundation from the old plant, which was bombed during the war, remained. This is a steam engine. Here you can clearly see how this fabric production plant works. Very interesting. Then the threads turn into this kind of fabric. Historical line of the museum. This is what the Toyota field looked like. Right now we are here. All of these houses are no longer there, unfortunately. But they took the photo. It shows how cotton grows and what it looked like.
Виды. Тут.
Here after 2 days, here after 2 months. Textile machines. What does carbon fiber look like inside? Yeah, that's how the story began. Many of you may not have known that it all started with the sewing equipment, the very first machines.
Wow.
Just a gigantic amount of these machines and equipment. I wonder how they saved it all.
Another machine already more modern compared to the first ones that I shot at the beginning. And here we can see the first Toyota logo. It was Toyota. That was the name of the founder of the company, and the company was later renamed. Do you know why they renamed it Toyota? Please tell me. I don't remember. We googled why Toyota was renamed Toyota. Firstly, because when you write in Toyota Japanese, you get 10 brush strokes. And in the word Toyota, there are 8. 8 is considered a lucky number here in Japan. Another word, Toyota, literally translates as agriculture. And when the company began to grow, began to become large, they did not want the word to associate them with agriculture. If you thought, like I did, that these were photographs, that these are not photographs. Here is the new 2023 machine from Toyota, and it's embroidered. Can you imagine what kind of nanotechnology? Toyota's history began in 1896. when its future founder Sakichi Toyoda created the first loom with its own power supply. Robots that give a concert. In 1934, he invited the world's first automatic loom, in which the shuttles were replaced without stopping the operation of the loom itself. The actual founder of the automobile concern was not Sakichi Toyoda, but his son, Kichiro Toyoda. From a young age he was passionate about cars. In 1929, Sakichi sold the patent for an automatic loom to a British company, and Kichiro used the proceeds to start automobile production. As a matter of fact, the same technology as in my video about copies of retro sports car from Bali, Taxede company. All the same, if you have not seen it, the link will be here and in the description. Remains of the roof of one of Toyota's buildings. And here are different coverage options that have changed over time. In 1930, he began developing internal combustion engine running on a gasoline. This year is considered the founding date of the current Toyota. The tour continues as a car manufacturer. Is that all? It looks like some kind of American car. To Chrysler, produced in the 80s. But it's good that they didn't release this car. It looks very strange. First hybrid Prius. Amazing exhibition and displays. Car crash tests are shown here. Almost nothing happens to the interior. There are also several cross-sections of hybrid cars installed here to show how everything works from the inside. But this is a completely heterogeneous car. There is a tank over there. This is the first time I've seen this. Here you can watch how a prototype of the future car is being created, with the help of such tools. Have you ever seen such a car? I am seeing this for the first time. Toyo Pet Crown. Doors like Rolls-Royce. Until now, each Toyota model has its own logo. In the 80s and 90s, Corolla had this logo. Here she is, legend. It is very difficult to find such a car on Japanese roads. I saw her 3 times, in this museum, in another museum, and once on the highway. This car was featured in James Bond. Very expensive. Can't compare with Hakasuka and other Nissans. It cost a lot of money. I don't even know how much. Hakasuka was produced in 1972 and this is 1967. Look at the handles, how they are made. But this is a Celica in the back of a K22. It is still relevant today. Very cool body. There are only 2 of them in Russia. Very cool. Looks amazing. handles like on 2000 JT. Soarer, translated as soaring line. Here is the logo, very iconic. Headlight washer. There are a lot of chips that Toyota lured here. It's even written on the bells. Cute. Hybrid and hydrogen. Something like that. And this is an interesting car. Lexus LFA. There is not a single LFA in Russia. One was brought to Europe a long time ago, to the Sochi Autodrome, about 7 years ago. LFA 2 coming out soon. It's very expensive. I managed to sit in this. A Japanese guy bought an LFA, drove it around the cabin and put it back. He says let it be kept like a museum.
Погнали!
Mark 90 on 1JZ GTE on Wi-Fi 4 box. Sakichi Toyoda created a system called the 5 Whys, a tool for solving problems without searching for the root cause. The question why is asked at least 5 times in order to build a complete chain of sequentially interconnected causal factors that influence the emerging problem. Already at the beginning of the 20th century, Sakichi began to use the principle of jidoka, according to which the production line should itself stop working as soon as manufacturing occurs. This principle is still used in the work of the Toyota concern, makes it possible to eliminate the replication of defects. This was the beginning of the real dynasty, which influenced the economic power of Japan throughout the world. You can learn the full history of the company, its unique operating principles and attention to detail that made it so successful in the book The Tao of Toyota. Here is the installation itself. This is a press that makes parts. There is such an exhibition of automobile engines here. 47, 53rd, 61 years. We finished visiting the museum. You should definitely visit this place if you are here in Japan, in Nagoya. The whole story is told here. If you wish, you can take headphones and they will tell you everything step by step. And of course, you need to look into the merch store.
Газу Racing.
Prefabricated models. This is our overview of the Toyota Museum, which is located at the company's field. You can write your thanks to Max in the comments. He is a wonderful guy who helps tell everything, explains everything, because I don't understand many cars. Also subscribe to his YouTube channel. The link will be in the description. We will see you in the next episodes.